Well, a special concert series is back.
And News 13's Victoria Dunkle is live with a preview of what you will find at the River Music concert tonight. Vic, this is the first of this year's events.
Absolutely. The series starts tonight with an incredible concert right here in this big empty field right now, but boy, is that going to change in just a few short hours. You know how I know? I've been talking to Cragnolin with Riverlink. You folks are putting on quite a party tonight.
We are. We call this Magic City.
Magic City.
Magic City, because right now you don't see anything, and within the next few hours you will see a whole city be built. We'll bring in the solar power. We'll bring in the stage, the portalets, the places to put your bikes. The food trucks start to arrive, and the beer trucks, and
wow,
and then it all disappears at midnight. It's all gone too. So
you have this great army of people who are coming in and taking care of this.
Right
now, this music is a big draw. We've got some video from previous years that really shows how many people come out for this. Who's playing this year? Why is this year the great year to come and enjoy the series?
Well, this year we've got a Grammy Award winner, and we have a Rock and Roll Hall of Famer.
Wow.
Tonight we're kicking off with Oregon, which is a California band, and the horse you rode in on. And this is the first year we've been doing some food pairings with the beer. And we have Catawba Beer. He's brought his whole selection, 8 beers, and the food trucks are all doing a dish that will complement one of those beers.
Now that's pretty nice, considering it is beer week here in town, that you actually got the Catawba Brewing folks to come out here, because I mean it's a busy time for them to show off how great their product is.
Absolutely. It was a real gift, and we really appreciate him coming out to help us out with this tonight.
Now let's talk about the best thing about this entire concert series, because you named some big names. We've got a lot. I mean, this should be a pretty high ticket price here. How much is it going to cost me to come here?
It's free.
What?
Free.
My favorite price.
Yes.
I love that.
My favorite price.
Let me tell folks what time everything's starting. She said the magic starts later today when they set up, but you can get here around 5 o'clock tonight, and the fun goes until 10 o'clock. Remember, this is a family-friendly event, so go ahead and bring your friends and family. And coming up, Karen's got a few secrets as to how you can best enjoy tonight's event, some insider information for you. Plus, we're going to talk to the folks who are going to be part of the beer and food pairings coming up in our next half hour. Reporting live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
An annual summer music series is tapping into the fun of Beer Week.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle is live in Asheville. Victoria, how is the River Music Summer concert series linking with Beer Week?
Well, I'm glad you asked. This field behind me, when it transforms into a concert venue right here along the French Broad River this afternoon, it will include the arrival of 5 food trucks to go along with the arrival of what we are getting from Billy Pyatt with Catawba Brewing. You're going to be bringing out several of your top brews to match with the food truck offerings, right?
Absolutely. We're going to bring 7 or 8 different beers, all the way from the lightest Farmer Ted Cream Ale to our brand new seasonal called King Coconut Porter.
Ooh, that sounds interesting.
We're going to bring a variety, because we have 5 different chefs with 5 different food trucks creating some beer-infused concoctions. Paired, take like some Mexican and Korean street food, all the way up to some specially prepared pulled pork sliders that are supposed to go with the King Coconut Porter.
And you know what, that's what's interesting, is you decided this year, Riverlink came to you and said, listen, this is happening around Beer Week, and why don't we see if we could get you to come in and work with the food truck chefs to kind of let people know how you can match food and beer. And it is something that's growing in popularity, isn't it?
Oh, it is. We've had 12 events in 10 days for Asheville Beer Week this year, and most of those revolved around food and beer pairings or chocolate and beer pairings.
It's always a good combo, right?
It's fantastic.
Now, what do you think is going to happen here when you've been out of different events like this? Are people surprised at what goes well with the beer?
I think so, especially when you get outside of the center of the beer world over in town. You come out here to a more family-oriented atmosphere. We're going to get a lot of different people trying and mixing and matching different foods and beers.
So that'll be part of the fun. Plus, you get great music. And like he said, it is a family-friendly event. And are you sitting down for this? Here's the whopping cost. A big 0, free, nada. That's right. So it's a really family-friendly event on that front as well. All the details waiting for you at WLOS.com. Click on news links. The concert starts tonight at 5 and it goes to 10 right here at the Riverlink, the park that they have refurbished and created to make it into an incredible music venue in just a few short hours. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
A special summer concert series is back.
And News 13's Victoria Dunkle is live in Asheville with a preview of what you will find at tonight's River Music event. And Vic, tonight is actually the first of this year's shows.
It is, and this is a great concert series. And would you believe that this big empty field is going to be home to the rockin' scene tonight? I know it's hard to imagine this right now, but Karen Cragnolin and I have been talking about this. And this scene, this venue, if you will, has a lot of history and a very special story. How did you get to at least this point for this area?
Well, this originally was part of cotton mill housing back in the 1800s. And then City Directory said that there was a dentist office here at one time.
Wow.
We bought the property in 2009, and there were a bunch of businesses here and housed in 26,000 square feet of very bright blue. And we helped relocate those businesses, tore down the buildings with artists in the district here, particularly from the Phil Mechanic building. And we redid the second and third floor with scrap material from here, which was great.
Wonderful.
And we told anybody, if you want some wood, you want some brick, you want anything, come get it, which was great. And so it's taken a while, but here we are. We have a site that is actually getting to be a great performance plaza.
It really
area.
is a big draw. We've got video from last year's event, and it's such a big, exciting event here. But it does transform. You've got a whole team that brings in the stage and everything we need. Tell me a little bit about who is playing.
Oregon tonight is playing, and they're a band from California and have a huge following throughout the Southeast. We've been getting phone calls from other states, which is really interesting.
Nice.
And the Horseshoe Rode In on.
Great groups.
Which I just love that name.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. And the one thing that everyone needs to remember is that this is a free event. It is family friendly. And you were saying we need to bring a blanket or some chairs.
That's right. It really would help if you want to be here for a long period of time, particularly if you have kids.
Sure.
To have a blanket for them to sit on when they're dancing. It's wonderful to see that. And to have a place for you to sit as well.
And that's all you need to know, except for go to newslinks at WLOS.com to get all the details about tonight's concert and the entire series. Live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.
Happening today, the return of the Rivermusic Summer Concert Series.
News 13's Victoria Dunkle joins us live this morning in Asheville. And Vic, that doesn't look like your typical concert site, does it?
I know, but in less than 12 hours, it will be the place to be tonight here in Asheville. This is the start of the Rivermusic Summer Concert Series that Riverlink has been putting on now for a few years, and Karen Cragnolin and I have been talking about that, and Billy Pyatt is here with Catawba Brewing. This year brings a whole lot of interesting things. Tell me what's going to transform here with that magical crew.
Okay, well, you know, we'll have almost 100 volunteers here helping us today. And right over here will be the stage.
It's going to be over that way.
We will have right against here our bike corral, which is, you know, this is a multimodal event that's solar powered. Over here we have all of the food trucks and all of the beer, and it'll be really easy to do that. Right where we're standing is a sort of a welcome booth where you can get sort of a site plan, so you know where to buy the tokens and where to get your wristband. And then I'm always serving wine at the information desk right there.
So you definitely want to check out what Karen's doing. But you mentioned getting tokens, and that is something that's going to lead you to where Billy and his great team come into play. You have partnered with the food trucks that Riverlink brings into this event, and on Beer Week, we're going to have some of your best brews. What are you bringing to the table, so to speak?
We're bringing everything from the very light beers that we make for the Enjoy the Sunshine with our Farmer Ted and our White Zombie Ale, up to some of the darker, more specialty beers like our King Coconut Porter. And
now, this is a popular music venue, so people come here for music, but you said, come on and take a, as we look at some of the video from the previous years, come with an idea of an appetite too. So what's going to happen with those beers?
Oh, absolutely. We're working with 5 of the best food trucks in Asheville to bring together some really neat flavors of our beers with some of their best dishes. Everything from pulled pork sliders with mango habanero sauce that will,
ooh, so good.
Hi, that will pair with our coconut porter, to chili that is made with our Brown Bear Brown Ale.
Sounds like a great reason to come out here and enjoy some great food, some great fun, and some great music. And the best thing is to get in the gates is free. Now, you will need a little extra for the food that we were talking about, but guess what? This year, they're also making it easy because you can use your debit card or your credit card. And here's where you can get the full information. Newslinks at WLOS.com. The concert starts tonight at 5. It goes till 10. Bring your lawn chairs, bring your blankets, and bring your appetite for fun. Reporting live in Asheville, Victoria Dunkle, News 13.